Hello everyone, welcome on into the start of a new season at the Newcastle Jets on Rookie Rory. Hope you're doing well, hope you had a good start to the new year. Welcome on, and today it's a bit of a transfer special. We try and build our Newcastle Jets team on the women's side for a proper tilt at the Asian Champions League, and also hopefully keep hold of the other two trophies, albeit in game it says just one trophy. I'm still not over that we won last season. So welcome on everyone. We've got some transfer business to get through today. Hope you're all doing well. Let's just get the music going, and I'll turn that down on that side because I've completely just gone on the wrong screen there. Right, should be good, but I hope you're all doing well. Let me just also clear my phone from what I need to actually have on it. Right, how are you all doing today? Hope you're well. I actually need you to help me out here with some decisions straight from the go too, because we've got a bid in for a player that I didn't realise should be our starting striker, better than De Oliveira. So we've got a big one early to decide. I'm looking at signing a new striker anyway, but and a right winger, but we could be about to change that. But I'll run you through what's going on, and then we'll make some decisions. I won't get through most of the transfer activity today, because otherwise it's a really long window here before the season starts. It doesn't start till November. We've just gone forward to the start of July, so it's a long off season here in Australia. So you want to hopefully get through it as soon as possible and crack into some games in tomorrow's stream, as long as I can actually get up to that point. That's what I want to put on the background, and then I'll be good. Right, just put that down here. I hope you're all going well. And let's go to gameplay. Right, sorry, that was a very scratchy start. So this is coming. This has come in since I've gone forward. So probably the biggest thing outside of this bid from Paris Saint-Germain of 25.5k for Ali Lutter, who last season we were using as a backup left winger. She's actually more natural up front and better than De Oliveira based on her attributes. So I guess she's our first choice striker going to the new season. Based on that, we probably could have actually just been playing her up front and put De Oliveira out right. So if we look at our first team now going to this season, that's what I've done, because it would actually be our strongest lineup. It means that Voise Yildiz would go down to the bench. I was definitely looking at upgrading on Voise Yildiz anyway. But interesting. So Reuter is under bid from PSG. We need to decide if we're going to accept that or not. It's not a huge amount of money. I think I transfer. Hopefully we can get it up towards the 35k end if we are going to sell her. She's got quite a bit of potential though, and yeah, she probably would still be a squad player by the time we get through the transfer window, but just interesting that PSG are after her. It does suggest that maybe we should be playing her this upcoming season. But that's the first thing. Also, players have left after their contract expired and new contracts have started to tick over. We've got 1.7k spare a week, which is actually a bit more than I thought we'd have, so we can actually do some damage with that in the transfer window. We might need a left winger if we are going to go with Lutter as a out-and-out striker. So there's a few things we need to consider. So we'll show you the squad planner, and that's probably where we'll kick on from after that. I'll probably do a couple of polls today, just so you guys can help me out a bit, because I'm a little bit 50-50 on some of the things. There's some things I'm definitely going to do, but a lot of transfer activity today, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. So first up, goalkeeper, Kylie Flanagan. She's obviously first choice because she's ridiculously good. At 15 years old, she's turning 16 later this month, so by the time we get to next season, we'll be 16. So that's, she'll be slightly older and hopefully continue that development, but she's long-term goalkeeper, happy days. We love a bit of that. And Julia Balagente, who we ended up putting down in our reserves for a little bit last season once Flanagan did come through. We released McCammy, and she can now be the backup again. Can Balagente, so a couple of homegrown goalkeepers, which is helping us out massively in the salary cap. We don't have to worry about that too much these days, I don't think. Right back, I'm relatively happy with. Ella Buchanan signed a 1-year contract extension, just a £70 a week wage rise. She's probably good. Does the playmaking wingback role, which is kind of hard to replicate. So I'm quite happy with her. And Sophia Kennelly is good enough, I think, to warrant using her as a backup with that potential. She's got pretty solid attributes all around. There's no glaring weaknesses from what we need from her. So I don't think we need to worry about that too much. Also helps that she can cover centre back as well. both of them can. At centre-back, McKee and Kakesi, obviously, they were the under-20 runners-up at the World Cup before our first season with Australia, and they're only going to get better, so I think we stick with those two. McKee out one side, and obviously Kakesi out the other. She hopefully can develop that heading a bit more and be a bit more of a weapon from set pieces, because certainly has the game too. And behind that, we are a little bit weaker. Drever and Hurst, I think, are the best options. We might, if we've got enough spare wage, which hopefully we will, be able to upgrade. We do have quite a few of those sort of prospects in our B team, but just, they're okay. If we lose one of these two, that area might be a concern. So we might look at centre-back depth if we've got the money. Left-back, maybe as well. Christabel was pretty good in the end once we got on the right role, a full-back. I think she did a decent job. Last year of contract, we'll see what she can do unless a really good big comes in for her, because she has not got a good left foot, and it still irks me a little bit. Ferris behind her is probably more of a centre-back, and that potential is not super great, so maybe a backup left back as well, or even someone a little bit better than Christabel if we can find that. But we'll see. The midfield I'm relatively happy with. Sarah O'Donoghue starts alongside Ruby Sullivan. No doubts about that. Her contract's going, yep, that's when she gets a new deal. She's here long term. Cratwell's probably the person who comes on for either of those players and has actually developed really well, having come off the bench for us last season. And we got Songa for our youth intake last year. And if we can bring her on, we'll just use her in that CM role. I think that's pretty handy. So I think we're actually not too bad there, just like with Kennelly. When you look at what she's going to do for us, I don't think there's huge gaps there for what you want from a backup player. So at 16, I reckon she's worth giving some game time to, and obviously in the reserves as well. Now, right wing, bit of a shuffle up here with what we've just discovered about Lutta. De Oliveira probably is our best right winger. She's solid, but we could certainly upgrade on that. I still want to, that's probably the one area I think we need to go quite big on as a first choice right winger. Voisin Yulden was good, but I was hoping she might develop a bit more for all the game time we did give her last season. That potential has gone down a touch. Handy backup player. Just not sure if she's a first choice. And Ella Denham is currently in the team. Looks handy. She can't really defend where we want her to, though, so probably she needs to stay in the reserves, all things being ideal. So I think we need a right winger. Left winger, obviously Kaylee, great player. A backup and behind that, especially if we either sell Lutta or keep her, and we'd probably use her as a first choice striker now. So left wing might actually be a bigger area. Cam, I'm relatively happy with. Sakita developed really well last season. We should probably look at extending that contract ASAP with her, because she's got good potential. And Bosbell came for our youth intake, and just like the other players that did, long shots could use some work, but we don't really do long shots. We're not supposed to anyway. She looks pretty good, so I think we'll be okay there. We don't usually have a Cam sitting on our bench anyway. Like, we've got some players who can slide in there if we need to. And up front, we've still got Lookmeyer. If a good bid came in for her after the way she came in for De Oliveira late last season, I'd consider selling, but she is now just at a contract extended, so I don't know if that's super likely. But she's probably the most at risk of being cut from the team if we do have a issue in terms of the amount of players. So that's what we're looking at. I think we've got room to improve in a couple of areas. I'd say maybe a striker, maybe both wings, back up behind Kaylee, a first choice right winger, and a bit of defensive depth might be quite handy on the left side and in the centre of it as well, just to improve in a couple of areas here of this Newcastle team, just to make sure that with continental football we'll be able to handle the extra match load. So I've got a short list of targets. Now, I don't remember if I got a left winger. I did not. So, Marissa, welcome in. You're trawling Quebec for specific dual nationals. That's proper FM, to be fair. That is very hardcore FM. So, to cover the areas that I was looking at, the key one's obviously an attack. So, I mean, I can't get away from it. We had her briefly at the Phoenix. I think Emily Sparks as a free agent would be a superb signing at right wing. A lot better than De Oliveira, and obviously whoever else will be starting there. If she wants to come here, brilliant, because she is wanted. We can't see that while she's a free agent, which is kind of weird. If we look up here, we can. Wanted by a couple of big clubs, including PSG, who have just come after one of our girls who we're about to make a decision on shortly. A little bit injury prone, but should come and start, no questions asked. So I think Emily Sparks might be the priority over Radi. I don't think Radi's quite as good, even though we put a bid in for her last stream. The wage hadn't freed up yet, so we couldn't go through with it. I think she'd be a bit better than Radi Sparks, and we could have even used her as that left winger because her left foot is quite good. Wide forward she's not great at though, so be a bit of a waste. Who else? And striker, Nejla Hasic looks pretty good as the channel forward. For some reason, it's not highlighting stuff now, but she looks better than anything we've got. A little bit tiny at 1.5 meters, but that'll be an upgrade as well. And I reckon the wages for these players aren't going to be horrific either. So a couple of potential ways to improve our attack. And from there, I do need to look at left wingers, but we'll hopefully sort that out. So I just looked for a squad player. We've just had this come through so far. And Game Legend with the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Journeyman here on Shaun Does FM. Just getting underway here in New Zealand. Hope your stream went well, Game Legend. Give you a shout out. So we're here with the Newcastle Jets women's team. And thank you for the follow as well. Just a quick recap. We won the A-League last season, regular season and the finals in our first year here at Newcastle. So we're just getting ready for a tilt at the Champions League as well here. So we're just about to get stuck into a transfer window. We've got 1.7k a week spare, no transfer budget. You won the league with them. The men's team. I'll tell you what, men's team were great the other day in real life, weren't they? As much as it semi-pains me being in New Zealand, but I'm more of a Phoenix fan, so it didn't pay me as much. But that's cool. Yeah, so we just won it with them here in 2031, our first year in women's football, and we've won the A-League. So we're just getting them sorted for a tilt at Asian Champions League football. I was just running through what we're going to be looking to do in today's stream because it's a pretty big off-season. I want to kind of bang this out on one stream and then come back tomorrow and play some games. But yeah, there's a couple of areas of weakness, mainly attack and a little bit of defense, get some extra depth in. We are about to have to make a decision though, because a backup left winger from last season, who is actually a better striker and should have been first choice, is under bid from PSG. So I'm not sure what to do with this. She's got the high potential. We're probably going to sign someone better than her anyway for this upcoming season, but do we want to keep her long term, or is this a quite good deal? I will just remind you guys too of the financial situation, if I can. This might be on the recruitment screen. Yeah, we've got 20% of transfer revenue, which actually is not as bad as I thought it was. So we don't actually see that much of the money that we get for deals here at Newcastle. It's a lot better than that club we were at for 63 days before this one. Good old Wellington. But yeah, so we're not going to get a lot of that money. It will free up some wage, but she's not on a big wage. So I'm going to do a poll here, and you guys can let me know if you want us to sell or keep Lutta. So let's do a new poll. Keep or sell. The other thing too is I'll probably try and get a bit more money out of them. Let's just get that going for a couple of minutes. So a poll. Let's get that going. And happy days. But yeah, I think she's worth 35 at the higher end. So I want to probably try and work that thing up to that. But I'm quite tempted just to keep her if PSG want her. And I think as well, if we view the offer, prefer to go to PSG, but just as happy to stay. So, you know, she's not desperate to leave, is she? But yeah, interesting one. Aliulita. Didn't realise she was actually quite as good up front as she is after playing her at left wing last season. Yeah, got a nice raid early. Easy, welcome on in. I've just done a poll, mate. Do we sell Luta? PSG have come in for her. It's 11 up front. I'm going to try and talk it up so it's at least worth 35. She's actually a better striker than De Oliveira, who got 19 for us last season. And an area I was going to look to improve in. So she might still end up being a backup, but do we take that money from PSG? It is 25.5 currently. Not a mental monster, that's the thing. Not a mental monster at all, 10. But yeah, I am wondering if PSG want to maybe we cash in. We do only get 20% of transfer revenue. Not on a super high wage at 190, but we do have to extend that after the season. So she might actually be worth a little bit more given her contract situation. But yeah, we are going to probably go out and sign a striker. It also means we might have to get a backup left winger because we will then be a pretty weak there. But she would have been our starting striker with no signings. Yeah, I'm a bit the same. That's why I'm doing polls. She's worth a fair bit, though. She's one of our highest valued players with that upper end, even in the last year of her contract. Like, obviously, Kylie's quite high up there. I think she's actually outside of Kylie. Oh, and Ruby Sullivan, our highest valued player by quite a margin. Sakita? Yeah, she's one of the highest ranked, and also Talon Hineka. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? So that poll probably finished now. Let's see how things finished. Sell 1-0. It was only one vote. Anyone on YouTube want to argue with that, or you're fine? Well, we will try and get up to that 35k. That was one thing I was saying. So she's not desperate on going. So let's try and work this a bit. I want to get this money a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to bump this up quite a bit here. It's PSG. They should have money. Let's try and get 25 up front. We're going to try and rob them a little bit here. A friendly probably does help us quite a bit financially. So I'll leave that in there. Try and get 40% of the profit from next sale, because that could be quite handy in Europe. If we can get a sneaky, so that'll be 35 plus we might leave that at 20 and just bump that up a little bit. Let's see if we'll definitely take that then, because it's now worth 40k. So, yep, I think we're accepting that. 25 up front is a lot better than 11 up front. So Aliulita might be on her way to PSG after a season as our backup left winger. So that does now mean we definitely need a left winger. I have a feeling for it, and she might try and leave you on a free. Yeah, I didn't get round to extending contracts, which I probably should have done. But to be fair, it's a long old. Yeah, not a psycho. Yeah, you love the determination, don't you? Easy, and she hasn't quite got it all the way there. Balanced personality. Good on both feet, but yeah. So for 40k, I think we take that, especially that we've bumped that up. So we need to find a left winger. So that was my short list of people I was looking at, mainly because I was after a striker and a right winger. Now we need to go back and find an actual left winger here, because although we'll let it play out first, just make sure she does leave, because she's not set on leaving. Also in the middle of a World Cup too. Personality and mentals as a whole. I'll troll. That's fine. Wonder what was going on there. That was a sneaky deal. She didn't look as good as other players I was looking at there, but she's just joined Inter from Adelaide, which is certainly a move. Fair play. So A-League about to get raided, it feels like, here in this window. Yeah, I get you, Marissa. It's a bit of a, I mean, it's 10 out of 20. It's a 50-50, isn't it? So I feel, yep. Yeah, so, yeah, we're looking at upgrading at striker anyway, which is where she would have actually played for us this season. And she wouldn't be getting ahead of talent at left wing, so we can do some business with that money, even with the other stuff going on. Yep, fair enough. So well, hopefully that deal might go through. This was another centre back that we just found that we could trial, but yeah, I think there was another one if we have the money to go in that area. I was looking at her, but I think I found someone better. Despite some of those attributes looking pretty good, there was someone I thought was better who was Australian. So I think we'll leave Sargis in with all those. We're probably not going to get her if Ipswich are going after her. Oh, this is a concern. Right, this was going to be my right wing signing. So yeah, that's the thing, Marissa. Exactly right. I want to get this one in because I didn't get a chance to use her at Wellington, if I can. So, do you want to come here? I do have a backup right winger just in case she doesn't. She does. It's 1k a week. Is a lot of money. Right. Oh, this would make things interesting. The thing is, we can always leave De Oliveira up front because 19 goals in the season is pretty all right, let's be honest. 900 we could potentially. Is that too much for her? She might not even sign for us, to be fair, but I do want to get her in because I never got the chance to use her in our brief time at the Knicks. I did the research before. That winger going back to a wide midfielder looks pretty good. So let's try and get her in on a free. Yeah, it won't go through till October because A-League things, which is why we're going to be sort of just confirming signings without seeing a lot of other stuff happening today. I don't want to lock that in, and you would definitely be an important player if you came here. Bumfa, love it. Now, designated player. Fair enough, we've got a spare spot of those, so this makes sense. If I can get it down to 950, that might be handy. We're probably just going to use all the money that we would have had. I don't like appearance fees, but I feel like we might need to keep them on this one. And I don't mind that at all. Sell on fee. Can we change that to a... Oh, we can't. Okay, I was going to try and do profit. Never mind. Can we get that down to 10%? Right. Come on, Spark. See, we've got history. And you know how... Well, not much history. But you know how I operate. I win trophies. Please... Oh, wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just bump these all down by 4. That usually is what works eventually. Okay, that's gone surprisingly well. 950 for Emily Sparks would be our biggest wage, but if we can get her before a WSL sort of club does, that might be quite handy, especially if that release clause, signing on a free, minus the loyalty bonus. Hopefully we get Sparksy across the line. Isn't like Sagin for your own save. 23-24, physicals not more developed. Yeah. Yeah, mentals are big, eh? So what's Sparks actually looking like? Yeah, those mentals are quite good. Okay. Yeah, I liked Sparksy from back at Wellington, so I'm quite big on getting her in if possible. And we'll see about the rest is from there. Oh, right. Also, I was able to hire a performance analyst. So happy days. No other coaches want to come. Just performance analysts. So we're going to get one of those in, which is nice. Still can't get assistants or anything else like that in here because reasons. They still want like a £500 a week wage rise from what they previously did if you're if they get bumped up from wanting to be a reserve staff member. It's utterly mental how that works on this year's game, staff. But anyway, Australia a 4-0 win there at the World Cup. Did we look at the groups? Don't remember if we did. I might have gone forward a bit since we looked at last. We're doing stuff. Game, let me click. It's not going to let me click. Okay, so Sweden looking good in Group A. England, Japan, Group B. New Zealand sits second in Group C. Not bad. Going the full all whites 2010 route there with the draws. USA and Colombia picked up wins Group D. Germany, Nigeria, Australia currently in third in their group. They should have taken Kylie Flanagan, then should be fine. They'll be fine. Norway, Canada in Group F looking good early. Brazil, Italy, and a pretty handy Group G. That was a men's group. That would be proper group of death stuff. We're probably the same on the women's side. And Austria and Spain in a good spot there in Group H. So a quick World Cup update there. You tell you what, you guys are on fire with the advice today. Interesting. Right. Well, let's go to the portal. Am I soft locked here? I'm soft locked, aren't I? I've back. New site. Oh dear. Overview. What's happening? Boy, I hope I've not saved this yet. What if I click on a right portal? No, that's not going to work either. Oh no, no. What's happening? Bergstrom? No. Can I click on? Okay, remind me to not look at the World Cup ever again. Great start to the stream. Okay. Messages? No, this is not working at all, is it? Okay, just a second, people. Gonna have to. Well, yeah, I would like to if you're gonna let me, please. Yeah, okay, we'll save it then. You're gonna let me save? When did you last save, by the way? Can't really tell, can I? No, not gonna let me save. I'll just. Okay, just a second here, people. We have been soft locked, so just give me a minute to hopefully this opens on the right monitor as well. It does. Happy days. Right. So, our controls. Oopsie. Yeah, I was trying. Anyway, hopefully we haven't missed too much there. I have to do there's only a couple of things I have to redo, so it wouldn't be too bad. Just a bit frustrating, that's all. So we won't click on the World Cup again. Hopefully we just went forward enough that the game's saved. Only way Seguin could reach there is probably if one managed Nuremberg or loaned her into buy as a French team as Lons or something. Oh, okay. And safe start. Okay. Now, okay, we won't do. Oh, cheapest what have I done there? There we are. Sorry, just get the screen to the right size. 2nd of July. That we have to redo everything. It's not too bad. We're not super deep. I did spend a lot of time talking through stuff without doing anything. Bother. Okay, so right, what did I do? I think I got up to 25, didn't I? I'm going to have to do that negotiation for Sparks as well. I was thinking 25, 40, 5, and 1K. Thankfully, they've accepted the same deal. That's cool. And I also want to sign Sparksy. So we'll get onto that. Very keen. Lower wage, please. Cool. In chat, approach to sign. Important player. Remove and exclude. Remove and exclude. Suggest. Finalize. Negotiate. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully this goes through nice and quickly. Sorry about this, people, but you know, FM26 things, unfortunately. Okay, I'm sure we got this to. It was just that extra thing here, wasn't it? Yep, cool. I think that's exactly the same. So not much damage done there. And we will just to play things safe, save. Right. There's all that talking, and it took me like 1 minute to redo 30 minutes of the stream so far. So solid work. Yeah, the coaching as well. We're a little bit light on that actually here at Newcastle. Just, we're not too bad actually, but we're better than what Manjung was. And yeah, okay, cool. Right. Let's now go forward a bit more. No more World Cup clicking. We'll just keep an eye on it from this area. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, that Sparks thing, because we actually put the first bid in this time before one of the Swedish clubs, Danish clubs, one of the European clubs was going after her. But we had a backup, so that's okay. In case things went wrong. And I was going to also look to hopefully sign a striker, but we might need to look at left wing now as a bit more of a priority. Just because of the, yep, there's that bid. So RRB, Denmark, that was it, yeah. And that's cool. We've got our performance analyst in, so all good. Right, no Heart of Light. Any progress? I mean, we're the champions, so yes. We are the champions of the Ninja A-League after our first season. Won both the regular season and the finals, so we're about to play some Asian Champions League football. So progress has been made. Australia have been done dirt. Well, have they? I think they've been done dirty earlier by the fact that the game had to be reloaded because it got soft locked. So Aussie are in all sorts of trouble at the World Cup, but we're not going to check because that's what made the game soft lock. So sorry, Australia. It also might mud New Zealand, to be fair. Going 2010 on things with all the draws, trying to make their way through that way. Yeah, it is. Right. So can we get Sparks through the door? Because if we don't, we might end up actually, in a weird way, having a lot more ways to work with. The victory fumble the league. I mean, we beat them 8-1 in a game before the finals. So, but we beat them 2-0 in the actual final. And yeah, they did. And Lutta is off to PSG. That's the big news so far. It's gone through. So, say goodbye to what would have been our developing first choice striker. Backup left winger from last season, so we better actually go on to a left winger ASAP. But Lutta, our first sail off to Europe here in the entire save, because we certainly weren't doing this at Manjung. 25k up front, rising to 40. Good little percentage of profit from the next sale. We don't get a lot of that. We get 5k because Newcastle finances, but still, we'll be able to do some damage with that. So, goodbye, Alita. We kind of hardly knew you. Sorry for not starting your last season, because I probably should have in hindsight. But Al is off to Paris Saint-Germain, which hopefully means they won't be going after Sparksy, who we're trying to sign now. That is fine. I don't think she was on that short list. Yes, so yeah. I thought you were, yeah, sorry, know how to light, but they did actually fumble. Yes, let's add you to the shortlist. Just default, please. Right. If we can go, I mean, yeah, we got on a roll late, but that happened. The first team goalkeeper was injured for that game. I feel like it had a bit of a difference, made a difference. Then we beat Melbourne 1-0, and we just did enough the last two games to hold on top spot. And in the finals, I really should have saved before that. Can I do it now? Yep, right, just in case we get soft locked again. Benny, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, man. We just sold someone a PSG. So we're big time here at Newcastle. But yeah, we 2-0 after a penalty miss early in that first half of the second half of the final. You did better Canberra, and honestly, somehow you played them, despite them finishing sixth. We had to get past Western Sydney, because somehow they knocked out City, Canberra, while Western Sydney had to get past Adelaide. So yeah, we won the finals. And can I find the regular season now? I can. That's how things finished. We actually waltzed, and Victory did. I mean, both Melbourne clubs kind of started their way into the finals. So yeah, we did the double, not the game. Counts it because they don't think the regular season's a trophy, which is a bit annoying. We've only won one trophy from last season, according to FM. But we've got Champions League football because we won the league. The regular season. Now, no, we won't. Yeah, thanks, Al, just in case you get released, because European clubs like to do that to A-League players. Now, left winger. I need to go back to the default list here. Actually, player database I'm finding is quite handy for this sort of stuff. So let's accomplished it both. We actually want a wide forward out left with a wide midfielder, and there is no one. So let's try just wide forward. I'm looking for a squad player because let's be honest, we're not going to get anyone who's really. Let's remove. How do I? I want to remove. What? Oh, player database. So she's dead. I was looking to remove from shortlist. So these are probably not going to go for Lustina. That one's injured, sprained knee. Yeah, we do only get 5k from that, which is a little bit annoying, but it will free that we're going to be able to use that on the wage side, so that's okay. We could sign this player, but I don't know. We are only looking for a backup, to be fair to Kaylee, Talon Henniker, but still. The Egyptian's on quite a high wage. Zalubika is under bid from Tenerife. Oh, she looks good though. Those technicals for a wide forward are very good. Yeah, this looks a lot more interesting. Wonder if she'd be willing to be a backup. The right foot, I do actually like a decent right foot on my wide players cutting inside. So Zarubika, or it's Abdisamad. But if she's on a bigger wage, then I don't think there's much debate there, is there? It just depends if we can get her over Tenerife, especially because that's the thing, but because we've currently got Talon, who we could chuck up front to we've got Talon in there at the moment. I reckon she would want to start, and she'd probably be justified in wanting to start too. Yeah, I'm good, Benny. What's actually on my shortlist itself? Did I check that? And wide forward. And also, yeah, right. there's a few more on my shortlist somehow. But they cost money, don't they? So that's not going to work. Though £500, we do have that now. That'll be even madder. Yeah. What if I get rid of... Oh, God. This is annoying when you try and do that. Inside 4. Yeah, we were using a wide 4, which I think is kind of the same thing. Yeah, so that was kind of what we're looking at. She's going to be worth too much. That's who we were looking at. Galileo should be fine once the season starts. I mean, that's very average though, isn't it? And yeah, the rest of these cost money, which isn't really ideal. There's no way Jules Brown wants to come here, is there? Having just won the footballer of the frickin' season in the Champions League. Yeah, I've just testing because that would be something. Okay. Yeah, no. It might actually be the Zerubica, but I think she's going to want to start, which could make things interesting. It's a cheap wage. $700 would be really pushing what we can do if we go for this. Wants to be a star player. Talon's going to get upset. Maybe potentially for academy dropout for a bigger team to come and leave and guaranteed training to become a starter in that contract. Yeah. Well, this is the one that wants to go to Tenerife. I'll think about it. Go back here. What's the Tenerife one? Do you mean this one that was on? Who's being sought after by Tenerife? We could also, what was... Oh, we actually got more options. Right, this could help. Okay. Yeah, okay, a few more have popped up on here too, which could help us. So, Tanis Kovac. Okay. 28 is probably not the right age profile. I mean, none of these are really a good age profile outside the Egyptian, actually. I think we just looked at her. And below that, free agent, but no, that's not worth doing. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting, this. Do we go big on just 2 players? I mean, it just looks mental compared to even the Talon. Let's see how this goes. I think she would justifiably probably start over Talon, which could make things very interesting. You might end up going with... Can Talon do a job up front? National Leagues? Yeah. We'll just save before we do that, if we do, just because... yeah, I did that last season, actually. But just because we did get soft lock before going through the whole... yeah, that... Her contract's expiring. We could almost... She's worth a bit. Anyway, she wasn't quite a low wage, though. Anyway, we'll leave that for now because that's our team currently. We have got... Yeah, got a couple of handy players who we could just call up. Like, she can't really defend Lopamata, so I'm not too big on that. Minute can defend. She's still really young and needs work though. And then if we go world, Shaun. Well, can we go up? Oh, yeah. I hate how this works. Oh, actually, we can do this. Okay. And now it's going to show me the men's. No, I keep clicking the wrong thing. There we go. Right, got there eventually. They don't use wingers, which is quite interesting. 0, not a lot there. Rubman Lavaja. Not great. Yeah, okay. Who else? What, New Zealand's, stop clicking the wrong thing, Shaun. Nations, Oceania, New Zealand's the other one that's kind of a freebie in terms of foreigners who also don't want to use wingers. I don't know if it'll be great any further down. Okay, we have to do this, are we? Oh, Shaun. But the national team. You got space. I mean, Sparks can do left wing, but don't like the left foot. No, Hannah Blake's not great, is she? Nah, just a bit too far back for Mickey Foster. Then these other players are a bit. Oh my god, I'm going to be doing that all day. It's just so close to what I'm looking for. Japan, just out of curiosity. Got a right winger. Can they play left wing? No. I could have signed Mummy. That would have been interesting. Should probably offer trials to some of these. But it's a bit. Can't scout. They're going to want more, especially if she's wanted. Well, only on loan. Probably the complete wrong nations here, but still. Under 19s, no. Nothing on a free. Oh my god, I'm going to do that all day while we do this. What about South Korea? Oh geez, they don't even have players, do they? Yeah, this might not be the best way of going about that. The first team, yes, but not the unders, okay. Who else is good? Like North Korea were at the World Cup, weren't they? Yeah, it's not a lot there, is there? Nations, Shaun. I think we might have to try and do something interesting. Right. So we put that bit in. Let's just go forward. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck here. Right. Offer accepted for Zalubaka. Now, this is going to be really interesting. She might just go to Tenerife anyway. How do they rate? Oh, my lord. Okay. Well, that value shot up. Does tend to do that, FM. Anyway, I mean, I think she would start over Talon. It just makes things very interesting as to how that affects us, being with Talon being our captain. Is that gonna work? No. Just a star player. Yeah. Oh, what? Hold on. Why? Why can we only offer 370? We've got the wage. I don't get that. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do that one. That's so weird. Might have to wait a little bit longer, but no, that's not going to work for some reason. We can afford it, but we can't at the same time. Is it a reg thing? No, we got 1.5 a week spare. I don't know why that's a thing, but anyway. So we could just, there's just accomplished. Why is this? Oh, I see. No, that's why it's not working, because I'm on the wrong wrong shortlist. Yeah, it was the right age profile. What we're just looking at. Tiana Fuller would have been fun, but they Sydney of where is she? Not a lot of potential. Okay, we might just leave that one for now then. And hopefully if we maybe also do a transfer room in of wide forward, wide midfielder. We'll try and make it youngish, but a regular starter instead. That might get us some better options maybe. Right, let's go forward. And see what happens with Sparks. That could be what also is mudding that deal that we're trying to get through at the moment. Don't know why though. We have the money and the salary cap space. It's a weird one, that. Right. So. That's a bit weird that I would like to have signed, but might have avoided something dicey there. Hopefully the recruitment focus comes in. We do still have 3 months until the transfer window opens, so it's not. I just would like to just do one stream, sorting out all the transfers, and do most of it while I'm live. So, bunch of stuff. Yeah, I guess Kakesi we sorted out. Not too sure why they were. I got an email about that before stream started. In game. Okay, big old process here. Here we go, just get the water in my mouth. Now I've got to do talkie. Right. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, okay, and an athletic side. Oh, Scottish football parade. That'd be interesting, to be fair. Oh, right. Sorry, I got so confused. Duh, English Newcastle. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Yes, we know about you. We avoided tax hit. Awesome. Oh, money's better. Oh, right. We finally got the finances sorted out, have we? Commercial summary. Sullivan, Talon, O'Donoghue. Look, who's buying a Lookmeyer shirt after last season? Dreadful. What? That's why on earth? All right, we can. Oh, is that not how you change that? Oh, I remember. That's how you do. Yeah, let's do that, please. So we'll get that with our new scouting budget. That's handy. Yes, I'm trying to sell that player. Please. Okay, well, your contract's expiring next season. Just not going to play you. Kakesi, cool. That's what we wanted. Now, did I look at that one? I did. Not horrific. It's an option anyway for a solid backup. It would be nice to get a local talent and actually on that. It would be a bit of a waste of a foreign spot, really, wouldn't it? On backup to Talon. That's fine, I think, and that's fine as well. Right. Transfer room in. Did anything come up? Not yet. Okay, so we'll just wait to see what Sparksy chooses. The Danish club or us. Wouldn't be surprised if it's Denmark, but because we do have the backup right winger that we were going to try and sign last stream, but had to wait until all the wage budget got cleared from the players whose contracts were expiring. We just had a rep boost as well, which could help us. Off the back of the winning season last year. Right. Oh, okay. There's our big signing. I'm happy about this too because I never got to use her at Wellington. What do you mean? Don't have the funds? Oh no. Why not? Oh God. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this, am I? Yeah, it's a free transfer. 8.5 off the. Well, I don't get why. For goodness sake. Okay. This is so confusing. Yes, delay, but I don't know why it's not going through. Okay, we know about that. Small reputation boost. Cool. So what can I do? Because $9.50 a week. Surely could we not have? Hold on. Just in case I do something silly here, I'll just do a quick save. Surely I can adjust the budget and figure that out. Or have we not got enough spare wage? Yeah, I should have done that. Right. If we're spending 5,339, that gets it to 1.6. We can eat. Why did it? Okay, we'll do this. And surely we can go back. Actions. Okay, now we might have to click forward once. And we've gone forward once. Can I now try and prompt that transfer to go through again? That's so... Usually it asks you to adjust the budget. Niedermeyer, cool, whatever. A-League review will be big on that. Not that we can tell too much. And rule changes. Are there anything that's too weird? No, I think we're cool. Still don't get why there's an April transfer window to only May, but anyway. Now let's go back here, Sparks. Oh, there we go. Ask for confirmation. Yes. Portal. Accept. Hey, right. I don't. Why was there no adjust button? Emily Sparks got there eventually. Goodness me, that they made hard work of that. Yeah, exactly. Know how to light. We got there in the end. But goodness me. So what's going on? And thank you for the follow, Don Nosferatu. Cheers, Don. Sure, bro. But Sparks will come in. That's a proper good signing. We're out right. We could just put her out left. Although we don't really, that would be a waste, let's be honest. So what we're probably going to do now is get De Oliveira back up top at the moment, having got 19 goals last season. That's it, Don. Sure, bro. Got to be a New Zealander if you know that. But that's good. I still would like to improve on De Oliveira in a weird way, because I don't think she's supernatural here. But anyway, Sparks will come in October. That's big. So if we go to the squad planner, that is very, very handy. So we're back to this situation. Lookmeyer was horrific last season. Actually, I should look for a left. I still need to look for a left winger, so we might just ignore strikers for the moment and focus on that. Is probably a smart thing, Shaun. Let's continue to go forward. But that's big. We've got our right winger in. Eventually, after a slight scare, we've got her in. Never got to play a game with her at the Phoenix because we were only there for 63 days. We fully Bill Belichick there, but we've got her here at Newcastle. And yeah, Zarubica's gone to Tenerife because we got weirdly done out of that. Weird finance things. We're actually getting a decent amount of money coming through the club too now, which is nice. Sargison's gone to Ipswich, Steinmetz, so a couple of New Zealanders have made a move. We start with Perth at home, which is those are a couple of, I dare say, very kind fixtures early before Sydney and Melbourne. So that's quite nice. Yeah, though the Victory have tumbled down a bit, but Perth are not great. We're actually a very solid team these days. We've got De Oliveira, Talon, Buchanan, and Flanagan in the Dream 11. So that's changed quite a bit since last season. And we're about to get Sparks in, so attack-wise looking quite good. Now that might... Oh, it's a left back. I thought that was a left winger. Never mind. Oh, okay. That would have been fun at 19. Wage rises. Billingsley, we had her at Wellington, didn't we? Anyway, off to hashtag. For some reason that badge isn't working. Anyway, right. Is our transfer rumour working yet for the regular starter? No. No, let's... For the moment, I don't think we're going to have the funds to do quite as much. I don't need the right wing anymore. Striker, I would still like to focus on, but let's maybe also do the important player just in case that brings someone up. So I think this is a good way this year to get a lot of players into your scouting system. Also, I've heard. But that's good. We've got a current New Zealand international coming in Sparks. Big upgrade outright, considering we probably would have been using Voiser Yilden, who is a good, solid player to bring off the bench in that position. Did a job for us as a starter last season. And Hal Segura, that's all good. No, we're not going to be able to really tell how much spare wage we've got until players come in. We'll just see. Okay, sorry, just to check with the wife on something. Okay, so yeah, we'll see if we can find any other left wingers. A super high potential one would be quite nice, who's a little bit better than what we've got in our reserves at the moment. If we're doing to do more business as well, we can always cut someone and they'll just get released because of reasons in the A-League. If they are in the senior team and you don't register them when you should, they will just disappear, as we found out last season. So we could do some tricky business there too, actually. Maybe that would be with a Luchtmeyer, because she was pretty poor last season when De Oliveira was injured during the finals. Thankfully got away with it. And still picked up the trophy. But yeah, I do think we're going to need more squad depth here this season with that continental football, especially the early stages, because we've got a lot of footy in the first couple of weeks of the season. Now let's go down, make our way through this. So why did you not pop up before? Do I just need to look at left wingers without the whole role thing quite so much, maybe? That could be a goer. Oh, it's a little bit not really a wide forward and cost money, to be fair, so it's not really what would be going for and that what we're looking for there. Yes, keep looking for coaches, please. The fact we don't have any is kind of mental, being the you know, Australian champions. Transfer room in, it's not helping at all yet. Okay, and those are the four that we are aware of. Right, let's maybe and I know what's happening. I keep doing that and it's the wrong list. Okay, so we're just looking for accomplished left wingers available ideally on a free. It'd be if I can kind of see why I was struggling. So it's between currently the Egyptian and the Chilean for people we can pick up on the cheap. They're both wide forwards. Galileo can't really go back as we want them to, so it's looking like Abdisamad does have a little bit of potential, but not a lot. Who's wanted by a couple of clubs that probably aren't going to trouble us too much. 15 determination. The mentals aren't horrific. Just would be nice if someone for a bit more about them, for lack of a better term. I should look at the player Rex, really, shouldn't I? Yeah, this could be handy. 16 of them. That you can go onto default. Yeah. Right winger again. Yeah, we're going to be getting anything but a left winger now. Johnson looks handy without looking amazing. That's a DM. We're pretty cool there. CM again. We're not too bad there. Lenovo we know about. Ooh, good centre back. We might have a look at her if we have spare money. Looking at her hopefully in the future if we have the money. Yes, Don. More popular. They've got a higher world ranking. It's a bit of a funny period here because we just had a second team in the A League for a little while, so it's kind of balancing out. But yeah, I'd say the men are still more popular, but on an international stage. But yeah, higher ranking, yeah, definitely. But that's probably, it's definitely switching, I feel like, because we hosted the Women's World Cup a couple of years ago, so that obviously helped out. Now it's sort of switching with the second men's team in the A-League. You've got the extra World Cup spots, which helps us out down here massively, just because you almost should be like guaranteed, unless we have a shocker in a qualification cycle, to be making a World Cup most of the time on the men's side now, which was the big issue. Oh wow, okay. Extra staff, cool. No staff want to come here coaching wise, so it's probably a bit of a waste, but sure. Now, Cindy Pillow is a goalkeeper. Boy, we don't need goalkeepers, but we'll, just in case. Why are we looking for goalkeepers? We've got plenty of good ones. That's a right winger, so that's not really what we need. Continue the coaching adverts because we need one. Now, who are you? You got. So we need to go back a bit further for defense. That's kind of the thing with our tactic. So, yeah. If we check the transfer room in, we're not getting any help there, are we? Maybe we need to just open that up a little bit more. Finding this left winger actually a bit of a hassle. Yeah, exactly. I mean, see today with Cape Verde and those sort of nations getting in, it's gonna be a fun World Cup. Like I said a couple of weeks ago when we were after the draw, but Didn't mind the draw New Zealand got. We've competed well with Egypt in the past, so yeah. Seems you're not the only one who scouts literally do here and then makes signings we don't need to look. I mean, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, the prices, yes, yeah, the prices, yeah. That's a thing. I did see you got to charge that much to fund the game globally, according to, you know, Mr. Infantino. Pretty sure we weren't charging that much in other nations, but anyway. Oh, that might not be good. Was that the striker I was going to pick up there that Koga have got? Oh, Winton Roofer, exactly, Don. Good Werder Bremen legend. See, for me, you watch the fly to England, watch a Premier League game and fly home. That is mental. But very FIFA. Yeah, that's crazy. The mental thing is you'll probably see more quality players too. Some of those Premier League games than you will at some of the World Cup ones. Oh, you're okay. Sorry, West Ham supporter. Oh, you. I mean, it's a good year to do West Ham on FM because can you know, a couple of years in, you can forget about real life. Right. You're only okay. We'll wait on you for a bit. There's a few West Ham fans down in New Zealand, to be fair. Okay, no, it's fine. I thought there was a player I was actually looking at, but it's not. You? That's a weird player. Would actually have been, apart from the age, quite handy for what we do, apart from they can play left midfield, but not left wing, and also striker. So you'd think they'd be able to do a wide forward, but apparently not. Liverpool fans complained to me about their season a few weeks ago before they found form. Okay. Oh, like, I mean, in the media, there's actually quite a few West Ham fans down here. You won't know who any of them are because it's New Zealand, but you know, they actually get a decent amount of coverage down here. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, there is that too. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Yeah, be fair, a bit of it will be the Winston Reid effect. So, what if we just can play? Right. Is this going to help us out a bit? Oh, if we could get her to go further back. I'll tell you what, that might be worth a pun at the moment. Olivia Haitley. 19 determination. Just train her defensively, which we probably could if she can play midfield. Although the marking and tackling is awful, but defense-wise, she ain't bad. Go down to the likes of Radulovic. Also not bad. More solid, but pretty solid. Defensively quite good, actually. We want to be a designated player. We don't. Yeah, I'm not looking to replace Talon. No, it's not in the right area defensively. Haitley ain't looking awful. Yeah. I knew I'd get you easy. This stamina's good too, actually. I got you. Yeah, this was it. More of a cam, but might be something we can work with there. 15 finishing. Decent technique, 14. Yeah, this might be worth looking into. Yes, we can. Wouldn't be interested. Awesome. Love how it's popped up on my shortlist then. With doubtful for... I mean, okay, that's why. It wasn't clicked. Awesome. Cheers, FM. Right, so much for that. Sorry, Izzy, I absolutely baited you there and for no reason, apparently. Why does FM do that sometimes? Okay. I mean, free finishing is not great, but we'll offer a trial on her. Don't know why she's on our shortlist. Do a couple of trials for these players. I presume they were former youth internationals. That's why they're on my shortlist. Yeah, not her. There are a couple of sneaky little players we can look at here. Couple of trials and yeah. What's Birchall looking like? Good determination, but the rest of it's a bit average on her. And that's just a bunch of average. Okay. I mean, still not getting much out of that either. Unless I've just completely missed a couple of sneaky left wingers that can also play up front. But probably not. Yeah, no. Okay. Tell you what, wouldn't be the worst. I mean, it would be. There's no potential on Jackie Hand, but this is a player I'm aware of from real life. Probably not what we actually need here at Newcastle, though. Emily Murphy? No. Be a bit of a hassle defensively. Okay, we still need to try and get this left winger situation sorted. Couple of trials. Hopefully find something through this. That might be a bit better than I realise. Oh, it's annoying. I thought I found one there before, but then the filters didn't work like I thought they had. Well, should. So we've got $950 coming out the wage budget. So we've got like about 800 odd left to keep it on the right side. We can go into the negatives. We found that out last season, but it'll also be about that for the salary cap. So yeah, we need to bear that in mind. So it's about, yeah, can afford about £700 more in players on a wages a week, I think. But there is a weird designated player rule, so should probably check that as well. With the A-League. Trying to advance a bit more too, actually, because there could be some more players that we do find if we just go forward a couple of weeks, because the window doesn't even open till October, so Yeah, I need to get my agent to get here a bit more. So I love that they gave me more coaching staff, as we still can't find any coaching staff that want to come here. It was real great work there from our board. I won't beg the board. We're staying for our Continental C. Last season we just got a National C, I think. So we better not beg the board here. They've actually been very kind. Only they gave us more wages to use on coaches, because then we can actually sign some people to train our players. Okay, how many? Oh, we've got a bunch of emails. Handy, not great. Let's just, no, not you. Yeah, there's a couple of handy ones there on trial. Let's go up a bit more. I want to continue the advert, obviously. Yeah, right. Any help? No. Okay, let's maybe change these again. Any and any. Any and any. Any and any. Right. And also, why are we looking for a DM? Let's remove that and try. Oh, what's happened here? Hold on. No, remove that one, please. Create a new focus. Shaun, we're not off trophy. Oh, number 7. Nice. That's good, Benny. Nice work. Nice work over there. Whereabouts are you at again? You've been moving around a little bit, haven't you? Iceland, of course. Iceland, great nation. I want to be good, yes, and good, hopefully, or decent might be, yeah. Okay, we want probably about that, ideally. Through the Icelandic Cup away, oh boy, lost 2-3 in the semi-final. Oh, lost 2-3 in the semi versus team from your division. Oh, that's not ideal, is it? Okay, they really want me to go after her, don't they? We'll just put it on the back burner, that one, for now. Also, out of curiosity, if we clear all of that, but still do that, there's actually not that many people who want to come on that shortlist anymore. I was still looking at Husic as a striker, who would have been an upgrade on De Oliveira, but I'll wait on that one just in case the left wing situation's a bit of a hassle. There, yeah, that's annoying. So it could have been a double. Yeah, that's a shame. You're right, that's fine. Not really. We were looking for a player, but we'll add you. No, we won't. You're on a shortlist. Okay, they can find reserves assistants, just not first team assistants. Which is Interesting. I mean, I say that's because they want ridiculous wage rises. Yeah, it's just, yeah. It sucks when it happens, doesn't it? So close yet so far. So does that mean you've got first division? So does that mean you've got you're in top flight now? You've got Champions League sort of qualifying next season, Benny? Because that's always fun. The qualifying stage of the Champions League. Yeah, Premier League. Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was trying to remember. First division then. Yeah. Sure. Next season you'll be sweet, solid tile contender. You can pick some pretty handy free Europeans up in Iceland from around the top flights. So that's what the big sort of big leagues. So that's always quite handy. It's a very handy way to improve the teams when or the team when I was doing the Builder Nation over there. Got some absolute ballers out of Italy in particular for some reason. Lots of Italians want to come to Iceland. I was able to load up on former Juventus players at one point. All right, so clear the inbox again. Yep, so Pepe Alder's going to Ipswich. That's fine. Yes, continue looking for a coach. Now, left, not a great left back, but we'll a default shortlist. Right. Any recommendations? 34. Goodness me. And they all are probably not going to be at left wing because of knowing my luck. Don't know why they've gone so heavy on goalkeepers here. Like, good. Like, okay, scouts, you do realise we just had a 4-star goalkeeper come through who's 15 years old. Okay, they've done the... You're running insanely fat though. Oh, is that squad size? Yeah, oh, 54, goodness me. Oh, you are doing a Builder Nation, just don't know it yet. Jeez, get the lone army going. Jeepers, that is a number. Okay. Only 3 contracts expiring too. Jeebus. Down to 51. Oh, there's some... Players are weird with the roles they can play sometimes, eh? Like, you think that you can play there in midfield, but no, just can't apparently do that. And a 4-star youth intake. Oh, yeah, okay, the other youth intakes. That's fair. Got to load up on the homegrown talent. Now, not quite right for what we're looking for. Four more. Wing back. And a right winger. Okay, classic. And transfer room in. But you know, it's fair enough. Why is this taking so long for our left wingers to come through? push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will. The good old Ken song. As the modern kids would say. I was hoping to sign more than one player by the stage of the stream, but yeah, the left. I still don't know why we couldn't go for that. The wage on that left winger. Actually, that was weird. They ended up going to Tenerife. That's did kind of mud me there. Finances have just been a little bit off at times today, for random reasons. Thankfully sorted it out for Sparks to come in when the window actually opens in October. We do have a lot of foreign spots here. We could fill, but I don't think the wage budget's going to let us. But we'll set up a recruitment focus. Hopefully our scouts actually start doing some work themselves instead of just all the agents. Sorry, get that one out. So okay, intermediary suggestion. Hopefully it's a left winger. Just get someone give me the player I need. Surin. Oh, actually, I can show that name. I forgot about that the other day. Best name in the game about to come up here. Once we get that far up, I don't say it lightly. So is this going to be a left winger? No, it's a centre back. Oh. And it's someone that we have to pay money for, which we can't do here. They still really want us to go after her, don't they? And she's under bid. Oh, do we just encase it? Like, let's have a look at our reserve team again. We've got probably I'll be using minutes. Yeah, it's not quite the with her, is it? Wonder how much that Egyptian would actually want if I ask. It's quite a bit of money for what you'd be. I don't think we can even sign you for that, to be fair. So, and thank you, Lee Allison, for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Hopefully we get some more people coming through soon. Right, but this was what I was going to come back for. Dream Surin, aka Dreams Run, because that's legitimately what it says. So that's popped up a little while ago for some reason. I think she's formerly Brighton, no, Ipswich, and Southampton. In real life, Southampton, but that's a name and a half. Dreams Urin. She must hate life sometimes when people start talking about dreams when she's around. Right, so I think the world... No, oh, it's just the North American stuff's finished. Okay. Player X. Oh, if that was the other side, perfect, but no. And we already know about you. Is this working at all? No, transfer rooms just stopped working. Love it. If we... No. Just continue, Shaun. Just continue. Oh dear, no good youth intakes in Scotland. Oh, to be fair, my youth intakes here have been utter garbage until this first year at Newcastle with the goalkeeper. Goodness me. Kylie Flanagan, what a player. Okay, that's a different Ursig than I thought it was going to be, but I think retired the other Ursig from New Zealand. I'm gonna risk it here. Is there someone in like the English under-20s? It's probably not going to be an English under-20 player that's sneaking around. Who else is a good women's team that might have sneaky players that might be floating around? Canada? Looks okay. Yeah, no, it's just, it takes too long these days. That method. Oh, what do you mean, Sakita? No, I'll get there. Calm down. Don't worry, we'll get there. I mean, we'll get there right now. Goodness me. I'm not going to wait for the news to come out. Frickin' John, in your paper. Sakita's going to stay. I'm just sorting it out later. For most players. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Still can't get a staff member. No surprises there. Right. Is there a sneaky player here? Or do we just... Okay, so Sakita's locked in. That's good. There's no one sneaky that can do a job at left wing that I'm not thinking about, is there? Oh, Gimpo would have been quite a fun start. 4.5, 2-star. So 4.5, 2, 3, 1. Half. And yeah, you deserve that. There's a lot of half stars in there. Good grief, yeah. I suppose season 1 to it would have been a club where a 5-star would still not have been great long term, probably. Oh, it was legendary. Okay. Oh, right. Auto select, yes. Oh, we have to Maitland in Australia. Oh, what a place. I'm sure that is. Right. Right, so Sakita's sorted. We've got a few players away after under 20s. How have they not called up our girl? Seriously, why is Kylie not getting a call up yet? Is she too young still? 16? Anyway, okay. let's find. Okay, so the trials are ending. It's not horrific. Well, I say that the finishing is a bit of an issue for a wide forward. There's a couple of nice mentals there, though. Oh, some of the players are in Europe. Goodness me, there's a good intake then. Handy player. But just not sure if it's what we're looking for where we are at the moment. It's a bit more of an all-rounder there in Libli Maleno. And it's a local, so it could pay off, but solid in most things we need without being great. Determination's only okay. We'll add them to the shortlist properly. Now, is there anything coming through here? Right, who are you? Japanese. Oh, yeah, it's brutal. Right, that's... an interesting one. Why are we signing her as a designated player? She's not that good. Try and offer you a trial. Oh, so if we can get her to defend, that might be handy. Opali Major. Right, we're getting some better options here now. Hada. Oh, yeah, we know about her. Okay. Transfer room's just not working for me at the moment. Recruitment focuses. Restart. Goodness me. One's at Porto, and oh wow, geez, that was a good youth intake, wasn't it? Goodness. Here's a couple of trials, right? Hopefully once we get through these trials, we might be able to pick someone up who's kind of what we're after. Because we can get a high potential backup who can do a bit better job than what's in our reserves. We might still be able to do the move at striker, which would be quite nice. This is on shuffle, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh, why did shuffle turn off? I thought there was a lot of Matchbox 20 happening there. Right. How did I turn off shuffle by accident? Anyway. I didn't even realise I had that much Matchbox 20 on this playlist. 5 in Europe and 1 in UAE. That's good. Yeah, Man City, Bayern. So City, Bayern, Celtic, Arsenal, Porto. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good intake. Fair play. Long day. be 449. Right. Let's get some signings going sooner, Shaun. We'll get these trials going, otherwise we're gonna have to pull the trigger, I think, on a left winger. Okay, continue qualifiers decided. This could be important for us actually here. And the players must be coming back because there's stuff happening. Yeah, that'll do. Right, how far down are we going here? Right. Okay, looking Dominic. Major looks a lot better. I think we can make her a left winger. Definitely get something. Hey, the doctor. How you doing? Oh, thank you, dude. I'm finding it good for streaming. Less so for making videos, just because it's there's a lot of hassle with making videos on this year's game for YouTube stuff. But I'm enjoying playing the game still. But this save's been really fun. Right, so we're not going to get her now, which is a shame. Now, yes, we're in the Champions League. Great news. Just like we hoped. Oh, we've got groups, right. We can't see it. Okay, never mind. It's the preliminary qualifiers at the moment. But yeah, at least we're actually in that now. Absolutely locked in, because you never know if FM, especially this year's FM, weird stuff can happen. Well, where have you come from? You're probably too good for what we need. Definitely too good for what we need. But interesting that you've only popped up now, Paula. I started a Polo second division save with GKS. Has been really fun, but do find struggling with tactics. You know, I found this year in particular just going with the roles that your players are best at according to the game works pretty well. And wing play. But that's me anyway. Why can they not find anyone else? Let's maybe do that then. How about we just remove. Create requirements. Hopefully that just refreshes or something. But yeah, I think wide players on this year's game are very good. Hard to stop even off the back of a couple of updates. Oh, Hawke's Bay. You know, as the doctor, yeah, I had a horse racing earlier in Tiaraha, and that looked awful up there. And beef, we've been rubbish down here at Nelson last couple of weeks, well, pretty much all week. So, yes, it's classic New Zealand summer, isn't it? Hasn't quite kicked in yet, about a month late as per usual. No doubt it's going to be perfect on Monday. It's going to just start blooming with sunshine all the time because that's when I'm going back to work. Okay. I might need to look at her for the striker, actually. She might be better than what I was looking at for that position. Physicals are a little bit average, but the mentals and technicals are quite nice on her. Naomi de Blaise out of AFC Toronto in Canada. Interesting. Might have found one there. Okay, keep that report definitely. Yeah, that's a find. I did have another striker lined up if we have the money. I was going to try and sort out left winger first, but we might be going quite cheap on that, honestly, the way things are going. Sent home, no issues yet. You can relax nicely. Yeah, this player I was looking at, but honestly, considering he's a channel forward, which is very solid in lots of areas, which was actually better than what we had with De Oliveira, who, if we look at her, could even be probably could just be handy as a backup left winger if we really need one. With all the searching we're doing, we can just get it down to a squad player. This could work out quite well. We might just actually need to look at strikers here quickly. That could be a way to fix all this dragged out stuff I'm doing today. So Hasic was who I found before stream. Now let's look for a striker. And is the Canadian actually interested? Yes, okay. As was the one we found before then, but I reckon if we... Is she a channel forward, the Canadian? Deep lying forward, but still. 21, let's do natural, ideally, a striker. Ideally on a free, the Midic looked a bit, I think. Why did I not like Vasic? Why did I not like Vasic? As a channel forward. Enjoys big matches. Okay, I think Vasic or... What else we got? Okay, Monsieur. Yeah, we had Vasic in there. A lot of locked in potential with her, but don't know, let's look at some of those attributes on her, and I think that they're quite good. The passing and the crossing and some of the physicals aren't great. But so the more I look at Vasic, I reckon that might not be a bad option either. Might do a poll here, people. Let me know who you think's better out of those two. New poll. Who looks better? We've also got to remember that the game sometimes is absolutely lying about who actually wants to join us. But that's Vasic. And that's de Blaise. I'm probably going to come in and be a first choice striker if we do bring in one of these two. And as a channel 4 probably as well, which is probably what hinders de Blaise slightly compared to if we find... Actually, here's a sneaky one down here too. Although no, not really. Yeah, there's Vasic again. Wanted by someone, I just can't tell who. There's a channel 4, there's not really a weakness there, which is quite nice. They are both kind of short. And yeah, I was looking at her, but now I'm not too sure why, actually. Yeah. Also, what happened to what happened to the other New Zealander? Contract extension. Right, okay, because yeah, I was looking at her for a bit as well. Maybe we do just and see which one might be. I was looking at Doe for a while. But it's probably a smarter idea. Right. Vasic, do you want to come here? Tell you what, for that wage, there's a lot worse we could do. Only 340 to 460. Oh, right. 310 to 420. I like that a lot with those attributes. What about the Canadian? Would actually have to pay a fee for, well, potentially have to pay a fee for her. Yeah. And she's not interested, so that makes this very easy, doesn't it? After all that. I love how they pop up on the list. Was Mitrovic? No. As much as Mitrovic is a great name. Yeah, I reckon I found one there. Vasic. Yeah, you would start. Okay, we should be fine here. Any other bonuses? Goal 50, sure. Win the... we've already done that. I released 4, but weak at DL, and to be honest, the Oz player is head and shoulders above the rest. I get him 1 year contract renewal. Okay. Interesting. Right. Let's do that. Okay, come on, come. Right, 370 a week. We can easily afford that. Vasic, that might be a great deal. It might save us at left wing. Oh, 49 players. Oh, trimming. It's under the magic 50. Right, so I think we might still have money for one more player if we get that deal over the line for Vasic. But apparently now there's late pressure. And if D. Oliveira, drop it down to a squad player, that might work nicely. Should be great versatility off the bench in a number of positions. Going to sign any other position, it might be left back. We've got a couple of wing backs who can cover centre back. Okay. Just feel like Ferris is a bit at left back compared to how Kennelly is on the other side. Because we are going to have to register 2 of our goalkeepers who otherwise wouldn't need to be, because you need 2 goalkeepers registered. Even though they're both on youth contracts, we're going to have to include that. I don't know if the wage is going to count, which could help us out. But we are actually going to have to register them to fill up spots, because otherwise they don't let you register a squad. So we're a little bit weird there. 2 wasted spots because of that, but otherwise there's a lot of space in our squad. Just got to make sure we stay under the wage. So that was free. 70 for her, Vasic, and who can ironically also play left wing, but not quite what I want to do defensively. Yeah, McKee's developing well, so our first choice ones are good. Ruby. If I knew this was going to come in, I would have gone after that really good young midfielder I saw earlier. Okay, this would be a bit of a blow if we sold her. Ruby Sullivan, worth 50k. It's not the biggest offer currently. And we'd only get 20% of it. So we'd probably get 10k if we sold it, because I want 50k up front. Chat. New poll coming. Or just type it in. I'll try and. But do we sell Ruby? We do have coming through Crutwell, who we just saw at the end-20s and is going okay, but this would be a bit of a mission to replace, but yeah. Oh, okay. Someone who can do the job further back for us as well. There are options. Just depends if someone might come here. Yeah, I don't know if this would be a great idea, actually. Pretty much it's just Husbo or no one, and that's pretty average looking. Bit of potential in Andrea as a DM. Doesn't look too bad, to be fair, Andrea. I'm getting to some players that are a bit older and a bit more average. I think Andrea is clearly the best of that crop up near the top in the sort of CMDM area. Yeah. Not sure why she's so far down the recommendations, but it's probably, if we did sell her, I'd look to replace her with. Very good defensively. Anyway, let's see what you guys think shortly, but yeah. That's Ruby. To be fair, solid player, but still a bit of potential. You guys reckon we sell Ruby? At least one of you does. Oh, this will be interesting. She is going to take up a fair bit of wage next season. It was you. I'll check if we can get Andrea in. We'll just double check here what the role we use actually is here, because it's quite an important one. A CM and a Scream. So CM, screening DM. Should do a job. A pretty good job. There's not a lot of weaknesses in the game there, and we can even do some fun stuff with her agility and dribbling. And screening DM might be, let's just see. Okay, it's gonna impact us a little bit if we do this, but okay. If we can get the 50, this might not be a bad option. Give me 50k up front. 10k after 50 games. Avoid relegation at 5k. I'm going to be quite hardball here because it's a quite decent player and 40 of profit. Okay, they've sort of played a little bit hardball. 45. Okay, I think that's fair. Right. 45 up front, rising to 60 potentially for Ruby Sullivan. Now, yeah, because Cratwell could go in anyway, but she's gone down current ability-wise now. Would prefer her to stay on the bench. I think that Angela could be quite a bit of fun with some of those attributes. Hopefully, oh, are we going to have to wait to do the signing here? As I get covered in water, miss my mouth somehow. Right. Can I go after her now, or is that gonna just cause issues? Should I wait? Striker? Well, we did the striker. Striker? No, what are you talking about? Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. Yeah. Ah, got you. Right. Can we do this? Ah, see, this is a problem. Yeah, how do I adjust the budgets here? Because we don't really now need that, do we? But it's still not going to let me go over 370. We should have thought about that maybe. She wants a lot of money here. I'm going to do this. No, okay, that's an issue. Might be able to, once the deal goes through for that, and free up some wage, but that's a bit annoying. Okay, we've actually got some left wingers now coming through, hilariously. We'll see about that one. We might try, yeah, if I can figure out a way to get Andrea and to replace Sullivan, I'd like that deal. I'm a little bit hesitant without that. I can, because it will come in before the start of the season. You silly game. FM dumb sometimes. Right. I mean, we haven't actually sold it yet, so just talk about getting carried away here. Are we still studying? We are. Just out of curiosity. Okay, De Oliveira injured. That's a shame, but that's what it is. It's not the worst time in the year for that to be happening. Right, let's probably do a actual focus was what I was going to get at here. See if we can get a... And it'll be actually an important player, so we'll do the same. Just as all the others as well. Regular starter and a star. Just because it sometimes helps. Right. We'll see. So we're still waiting to hear back about the striker and also so we get the praise going early. I'll have to see about the Sullivan deal maybe. To delay that a few times or something. Just to see if we can actually upgrade. So don't want to weaken the team in an area like that. Shame the big came in too. There was a midfield we could have bought in earlier, albeit we've had the same wage issues, so not sure why we can't offer over a certain amount. So we would still have the wage and the salary cap available, so I'm not sure what's happening there. It's a bit weird what happens here in the A-League with contracts. We've still got 2 months until the transfer window opens, 3 months until the actual season starts. So I'll probably off camera try and get forward a little bit more. And then tomorrow we'll hopefully play some games and also finish off the transfer window a little bit. We'll probably have to make a call on Sullivan before then, obviously. So and we probably might hear about the striker situation as well. So I'll see how things go. And yeah, we'll go forward a bit and see if we get to points today as well. Because there's a long window here, off-season transfer window, to make our way through. So yeah, might do a bit off camera as well and just see. Might be taking a risk if we sell Sullivan. If we can get some players coming in. Right. We have to make a call now, aren't we? Could delay it. Is Crutwell developing again? She's probably not much worse, actually. So it might be sort of safe anyway. Okay, don't know why she's popped up on that. Cool. Okay, no, hold on. Yeah, can we... 60k is a fair chunk of money. Are we getting anything in a transfer room? And yet we are. Star players. Vlasic, great, a name I can barely pronounce. Solid. Is on 600 a week though, so probably going to want even more than the player we were looking at before. We've gone to regular starters. That's cool. Tell you what, that might be a better player in a weird way. Some of the stuff's not great for us in the mid, but there's a couple of nice attributes there. Especially defensively. What would she want? Also wants a lot of money. Okay. Go back to the star players. Malia Zamorano, better. Not sure about the wage. That's a bit concerning, but that's better. Ait Omar is very solid. Very solid, and the pace is quite nice too. Bit of strength would be nice. Wants a mega wage. Probably have to delay this at the moment just because I'm not sure what we have available. Linya might be the most interesting player that we could bring in. Actually, sorry, Zamorano. I mean there. I'll have to do a bit of that off camera actually, just to figure out if we can actually do something there. So we'll delay for now. We'll get 9k, which should bump up our transfer budget and wage budget, but I'm not too sure if it's going to be usable. Because we had that issue earlier in the same sort of situation where we can definitely afford to sign a player, but the game won't let us. Would be pretty harsh getting in the way of a move from Newcastle to Cologne though. See if a few more recommendations come through on the scouting as well. That could help us out a bit too, making a decision. So we delay that for a week. Also, I'll be going in about 10 minutes time, people. So just check out someone to go send you guys over to while we wait for things to process. But yeah, a bit of a chill stream today. Hopefully you guys didn't mind. We haven't done as much as I'd hoped we would have. It's a bit quiet too on the FM front. Anyway, we'll find someone. It's all right, we'll be live for another 10 minutes, and there's something that we've done. Second signing, thank goodness. Teodora Vasic will come in, and there'll be a real upgrade up front, leadership as well. That's handy, so it means De Oliveira can go down to a squad player, so she'll come in at the start of October. Teodora Vasic. So that's nice. Just got to figure out now the Sullivan situation. But we might have to do that before we come back for tomorrow's stream. But we'll wait and see. It's going to be a bit of a gamble with the whole situation wage-wise. I'm not too sure if there's like caps or what that's stopping us from signing players over a certain wage amount, at least a couple. We can do the one and what we did with Sparks, but for whatever reason, nothing else. Maybe they need to be designated players, but we do have a designated spot. So maybe I just stuffed up the contract situation there. I don't know. But a couple of nice additions anyway to our tech, which to be fair is probably one of our stronger areas last season. But yeah, that's a good signing. Can we offer a trial? Yes. How have I not thought of that? What about if I go to squad planner? Vusic will go there. Oliveira. Love how they've changed my entire squad planner without me asking. That's awesome. Yeah, there. That's what we want to do. So, okay, good. They haven't changed the entirety of it. It's just a couple of positions where I've mucked around a little bit. But, yeah. Now, Sparks, can we... Yes, that's what I was going to... Yes, goodness me. That makes a lot more sense. Player Rex, cool. Did they release her the victory? That's bold. Okay. Sophia Fonte was the previous best goalkeeper in the league until Wonder Girl took over. And Kylie. Can't really defend, which is an issue for us with our system. Now we find a local right winger. Goodness me. Classic. Okay. No, man, that would have been... Okay, Shaun. Just... Why was Shaun on the shortlist? Keep... Dollar, nah, more of a cam than a actual mid. And right, and let's just have a quick look too at what we're getting from the transfer room in, because there's a few more people. Milicevic, I don't think was on there before. Very well rounded. Not sure about the wage. We have to ask a few players about that. Otu is old. Solid, but old. We'll add it to the shortlist though. Don't know if I want to sign a 35-year-old though. And Weish out of America. Actually some quite handy attributes. But still not sure about the wage. So I'm going to do some research here on some of these players who we could replace. Sullivan with. That's probably a bit too much, but we'll add to shortlist just in case. Out of Boca, that one. Very solid all round. Just check the wage again. Can't. Okay. And did we check that one? No worries, Benny. Yeah, have a good rest of your weekend. I'll be live tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some games in, but thanks for popping in today, dude. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, we add all those to shortlist. Right. I think that will do me as well. We're pretty close to the end. I'll probably sort out this Sullivan situation off camera. Just not sure if we actually can get someone who's a bit better. I might have to have a look at this major person as well, actually, as a potential right winger. Could be handy. Dominic, not so much, I don't think. But yeah. Some stuff to think about. 60k for Sullivan is quite a bit. Just not too sure if we should be doing that. But let's go and raid someone. If you're on YouTube, catch you guys.